Okay, so back to the pellet head size conundrum. What I've done, I've bought some JSB Exacts 844s. I thought I bought them in 4.5, 4.51, 4.52, but by all accounts I bought them in 4.51, 4.52 and 4.53. So what I've done, I've resized the 4.51s to 4.5. I've resized the 4.51s to 4.51 for a pellet sizer, and I've done the 4.52s to 4.52. So I'm going to shoot the ones that I've sized and the ones out of the tin, starting with the resized ones at 4.5, just to see if I can get any sort of sense out of all of this. So here goes nothing. For once it's not blowing a breeze down here, but it was peeing down a minute ago. Right. So 4.51 that have been through a pellet sizer. You know what happened with that one? Shot the wrong target is what happened. Dog just bumped into the tripod. Right, so now 4.51 straight out of the tin. Well, straight out of the sample bag anyway. I don't particularly like them by the look of it. Okay. Right, now 4.52 out of the tin. Nice little cluster by the look of it. So now we've got to change the target and do the 4.53. Okay, 4.53 straight out of tin. Not too bad. Okay, now the AirMaks in with the 4.5 that are resized 4.51s. Okay, but so the second one, we'll see how he flies because the skirt's a bit crappy. That was the second one. One more, yeah. Right, so now I'll try the 4.51 that I put through the sizer. Okie dokie. then we'll try 4.51 straight out the bag. Okay, 4.52 sized. Oops. Here comes the rain again. And the wind's picking up, great. 4.52 out of 10. Okay, 4.53s out of the sample pack in the rain and the wind. Well, at least no one can say it's not real world testing. Okay, so do we have any reasonable conclusion from today's exercise? I think it's safe to say that in JSB at least, the 4.5s aren't so great, but then they weren't genuine 4.5s, they were resized at 4.5. 4.51, even though it's only 4-shot group, that's pretty shocking. 4.51 straight out of the tin, or out the bag, whatever you want to call it, pretty shocking. 4.52s sized, not too bad, under a 5p, and the main cluster is within, or is under an M6 washer. 4.52s out of the bag, under a 5p, and all under a 6mm washer. I can't remember what I said the diameter of a M6 washer was now. Okay, so the M6 washer is 11.8mm, so near enough 12mm then, isn't it? Pretty much. And the 4.53s with the Ultra, they're not too shabby either, to be fair. So, and that's just about under an M6 washer. Yeah, just about. With the Katran 0.5s, pretty much shotgunning. 4.51s, pretty much shotgunning. 4.51s out the tin, same. 4.52s sized, under a 5p. 4.52 straight out of tin, not under a 5p. The 4.53 just not quite under a 5p, so nowhere near under an M6 washer. So what can we conclude from that? The Katran doesn't seem to like the JSBs that much. Well, I charged the Boxer up, so I might as well bloody use it. Also a bit of rain between friends. Now this was the first PCP I bought recently, as in a few years back. First PCP I actually bought was an second-hand S200 that I lent to a friend. and he never returned it. Some mate that was, eh? After the S200, well, while I had the S200, I also bought a Day State LR90, which I sold. No, that's going back a long time ago. Anyway, let's see what this little one can do. At least it's not clipping anymore. Okay, so how did the little boxer get on then? Well, lucky enough, while I was out today doing that, my wife found the shooting gauge I made a long time ago. 5p is 18mm diameter. These circles are the 18mm is to the outside diameter, so that's under a 5p. As you can see, that one about 20mm, and this one 1" 25mm, well, 1" is 25.2mm I think. Anyway, so that's alright. To be honest, I bought the boxer because I had a little job to do, pest control, and it was rats inside of a barn, so that's what I bought that for. And yeah, I think we can conclude for that the Katran and the Ultra both prefer 4.52 head size in JSBs, although H&N they both like 4.5s, but then H&N's a harder lead in it, as far as I know anyway. But yeah, I think that's going to put to bed the pellet head size thing anyway. Next video I think will be an H&N shootout using the Ultra. Anyway, if you found this interesting at all, please like and subscribe, because it does take a lot of work to get these videos done. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.